Bethan. Swadika, Bethan ka.
What's up? I'm Ayla. Swadika, Ayla ka.
Hi สวัสดีค่ะมิมิค่ะ
This is Let's Talk BL, a boys love podcast.
ยินดีต้อนรับสู่ Let's Talk BL Citywide Podcast. We're so excited.
Welcome back to the podcast. We are in Thailand.
We're in Thailand, season 4.
We did it. I know.
Congratulations.
Welcome to Thailand
Thank you. We have a very special episode.
you.
We are going Inception style.
Yes, podcast on podcast.
Podcast on podcast.
Yeah.
We are talking to two people that have influenced our lives as BL fans. We, of course, go search interviews for our favorite artists, and you guys have some of the best. And so, we're talking to the people that create content that we love and look forward to every week.
ค่ะก็สวัสดีนะคะแล้วก็ยินดีต้อนรับเข้าสู่ Let's Talk BL Podcast นะคะก็วันนี้เรามีแขกรับเชิญสุดพิเศษที่เป็นเหมือนแบบบุคคลสำคัญสำหรับพวกเราสำหรับพวกเราแล้วก็แฟนคลับ BL นะคะพวกเราก็รอชมคอนเทนต์ของทั้งคู่ตลอดทุกสัปดาห์
Oh, thank you.
Please welcome the hosts of World of Y podcast, Tum and Noey.
Yeah. สวัสดีครับ
Welcome. We're so excited. So, we have so many questions.
Yep.
We have been so honored to get to know you a little bit on the internet because we both make the same content. So we talk sometimes
On other sides of the world.
on separate sides of the world. And so for us, kind of like we were saying, we're such big fans of everything that you do. We love all of your interviews. We love especially when you have Sia, our favorite boy in Thailand. But also all of the interviews. Your questions are always so good. And so that's how we actually got to know World of Y podcast is through research for our own interviews. We were trying to do research for our own interviews, and that's how we found you all. And so not only have you influenced us as fans, but you influenced our podcast.
Wow, it's kind of like my heart is fulfilled now. Okay.
Yes, and our meeting was very natural. I feel like, Tom, we connected with you on socials, and I don't really remember how or why or what the first interaction was. I feel like it's something where we like responded to your story or you followed us. I don't. Do you remember exactly how we got connected?
เขาเจอพี่ยังไง
เจอหมายถึงว่าเจอ
แบบหมายถึงว่าทักมา
ใช่ถักไปใช่
ทวิตเตอร์ป่ะ
ใช่ถัก Twitter
Oh we met when we texting in Twitter
Ah.
Yes
Yeah.
yeah it's first time that we connect to each other Yes
Social media is the best.
Social media is amazing.
is connecting
People
with people
Yes, because we talk about it all the time. We are Western fans consuming shows that are not made for us, that do not come in our language, and have a totally different culture than ours. So we feel really honored when other media outlets that do the same thing that we do are inviting and welcoming in and like kind of understand why we want to share Thai culture and Thai language and Thai entertainment with everybody in the West, basically. Really English, I guess, speaking fans mostly. And so we were just really honored that we got to interact with you guys and to get to know you guys. It's very cool.
We're your fan club.
Yeah.
Oh thank you
Thank you and now on we are your fan club too
We're all Poo and Sunny.
It's เพื่อนสนิท
เพื่อนสนิท best friend
Yes. Okay, let's
So-
get to the fun stuff.
What was your first impression of Let's Talk BL when you first saw us?
For me I was very excited because I didn't know other program that is interview BL actor in English. So I know your channel and I think it's super good for like giving a chance of Thai actor to like represent all international fans. Yeah. พี่ว่าไง
โอเคตอบเป็นภาษาไทยแล้วกันนะ
ใช่
โอเคที่จริงเราพบช่องเนี้ยตอนที่สัมภาษณ์จา First Don't Say No The Series แล้วตอนนั้นจำได้ว่าอุ๊ยอยู่ดีๆทำไมถึงมีแบบพอดแคสต์แบบสัมภาษณ์ BL ด้วยแล้วคือน่าจะมาในไทมิ่งที่ใกล้เคียงกันกับของเรา ใช่ณตอนนั้นก็เลยรู้สึกว่าอุ๊ยเป็นคู่แข่งที่น่ากลัว อยู่เหมือนกันนะ ประมาณนั้นก็แต่ว่าด้วยเนื้อหาหรือด้วยตัวอะไรอ่ะไม่ได้มีความใกล้เคียงกันไม่ได้มีความใกล้เคียงกัน แต่ว่าเขาทำเพื่อที่จะเรียนรู้หรือศึกษาความเป็นแบบ BL Boy Love ของไทยแบบจริงๆอ่ะแล้วเราก็ติดตามหลังจากนั้นตั้งแต่นั้นเป็นต้นมาใช่
แล้วพี่เจอก่อนเลย
ใช่เจอก่อน
I know your channel because like Gemini โพสเลยป่ะวะ
Gemini Force
yes, because it's I saw it on TikTok or something that
so funny
yeah and I know you and พี่ตั้ม told me that you're like chit chat in social media and
So Pitam was saying that actually he know about you guys and our channels from the one that one episode for Don't Say No the series.
So long ago.
I know, that was first
season
season
1.
Yeah. And the thing is that he remembered that he was quite shocked that there's like a podcast that interviews like people in English and like the timing was kind of close to the time where they started, right?
Yes.
As well, yeah. So they were kind of like surprised and also he was feeling like oh my god I got competitive right now. Like is this a competition?
You have an edge on us.
No, you're winning. You win. You win.
But he was like but the content like the the process and the kind of questions and stuff is like for us we more like we want to learn about Thailand and we want to learn about Thai BL so yeah we are different
Yes.
yeah in like both of us we are
Yeah.
Wow, that's
on
really
our
cool.
way
That's so cool.
แปลได้ดี
Yeah, recently a producer asked Twitter what media outlets they wanted that fans wanted their actors to go on, and of course Salmon Pot World of Y was named and a few others, and then we were included.
And someone named Let's Talk BL
And we
with
felt-
Salmon
Yeah, we felt really honored because we were like, as an international media outlet, we want to be respectful and like we're not on anyone else's turf or like there's no competition. There's room for everybody, and so it was really cool to be like named with you guys.
with you.
Oh my god
It was very cool. Okay, so a few fun other questions to get to know you guys personally. Do you have a favorite actor? It doesn't have to be BL. It can be.
Right, it can be, but it can be any actor.
Yes, yes.
ใครก่อน
หนูก่อน
หนูก่อนเหรอ
หนูก่อน
For BL actors I go for BL actor
Go for
first I love Opgan
Oh, yes.
I am baby yes
Nice.
Yes.
Ayla will have to,
Mungan.
Ayla will have to
Oh
tell
my
you.
god
I have a story about Afjampol. I'll have to tell you later. It's too long for this podcast.
okay
I met him
sure.
once. Oh my gosh. Okay, that's for later.
okay for other actorsพี่ตั้มก่อนแล้วกัน
She's like, it's only Afghan.
Yeah.
yeah
ถ้าของพี่เหรอถ้าให้เริ่มว่าชอบใครอ่ะหมายถึงว่าถ้าเป็น BL แบบ Boy Love จริงๆอ่ะเราชอบ God Bart Two Moon the series
Yeah, Baz. I love.
version 1 only version 1 season 1 season 1 season 1 only and แล้วก็คนอื่นๆในซีซั่นของ Two Moon เต้ตีคิมมอนคอปเตอร์
yes
yes
We love
นั่นน่ะใช่ก็เลยรู้สึกว่าเราชอบแล้วก็หลังจากนั้นถามว่ามันมีเป็นตัวแล้วก็คริสสิงโต คริสสิงโต So Start the series yes
Yeah.
Interesting.
Baz Suradet. I love it. Mungan. Oh my god.
Did you get to see his movie with Perth?
Perth
Tell the world I love you.
อ๋อ
สิ ใช่ไหมเรา
ดู
Yeah, you saw
yes
it.
yes
International
jealous.
fans are still waiting.
I'm jealous.
แสดงว่า do you
watch it
Watch.
or
International
Yeah.
fans couldn't watch it.
oh
It's not available.
Because it was just in theaters
In this-
here
Yeah.
in Thailand.
because it's on a cinema. Right?
Yeah,
They-
cinema.
They
only.
made it available to Japan, I think, but they're still
แต่มันไม่ได้
working
ไม่ได้อยู่
on
ใน
it.
แบบสตรีมมิ่งหรืออะไรอย่างเงี้ย
No.
No streaming.
โอเคโทษที
And how about you guys? Can I ask?
Of course.
What are your favorite
I mean,
actors?
I feel like
The answer is very Sia Kritsanapong.
อ๋อเสือ
เสือ
กฤษณพงศ์ You are my sky
Jun Mai Kutangpa.
we have Tum Noey Katong Pa.
Oh my god
We went to Gunsmile and got tattoos last year.
You send food support for เสือ
For La Pluie.
ใช่เออ
And Tuk Tuks for his birthday.
อ๋อฮะ
We love him.
We do.
And did he know that your tattoos?
Yes.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes, we've interviewed him a few times.
Yes, he's been on the podcast 5 times. Ha.
Yes, yes.
ชอบอะไรในตัวเขาอะครับ
What do you like
About. Okay, well, he's the cutest boy in Thailand.
อ่าฮะ
He won Cute Boy Thailand.
has
He
a
has a trophy.
อ่าฮะ
But for me, he's such a good actor because he acts with his eyes. He can just not have any lines and something will change in his eyes and I know how his character is feeling. And I love it.
Yes.
How about you?
Yeah, the same thing. I feel like Sia, the way that he takes on a character, because obviously a lot of these actors, we know who they are as personalities outside of acting. So when you can see an actor play a character and forget that he's a cute boy in Thailand.
Yeah, forget who he is.
Then it makes it so interesting. I also really love New of Tae New.
Nui
Do you guys call him Nui? Is that what he's referred to as? Is that his actual nickname? I don't actually know.
I'm calling him New
New
Kitty
New
Poo.
Oh, just full name.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Chue Thai. Chue Thai.
Yeah. His full name.
Full Thai
แต่
name.
international fan Nui
Nui.
But I have followed all of his work. I love his acting and have his TV show I Need Romance was available on American Netflix, which was awesome. And so I've watched all of his stuff. I think he's an excellent actor.
Do you prefer character Thoranin or แสงเทียน
Oh. Torn is such.
Oh my
Torn
gosh.
is an amazing character because he was a villain. He had his villain. But Sang Tian, although we don't, the show is not over yet.
Yeah.
But he's so funny and cute and feisty.
Yeah.
Oh, I think right now I would say Torn.
Yeah.
Jude Mai Katangpa. And I also think the show You're My Sky, Jude Mai Katangpa, it's so well made.
Yes.
La Pluie is very well made too, but the producers really did an amazing job. So yeah, I'm gonna pick Torn.
Yeah, I'm excited
I picked
to
Torn.
see where La Pluie goes.
Yeah.
They're doing shout out
อยาก
PA.
ถามเขาเลยว่าเขาได้ดูแบบพอดแคสต์ตอนเสือที่เราสัมภาษณ์แบบ
ถามที่
เนยถามให้หน่อยเนย
So did you guys watch that podcast when they interviews? Yeah.
We did.
Yes,
Yes.
Once hours
With no.
With no subtitles. we did. Immediately. We watched the full hour.
We watched all of Cute Boy Thailand with no subtitles.
No subtitles.
Because it's
on
available
Cute Boy
on
Thailand.
YouTube.
อ๋อฮะ
And so
We'll watch anything Sia does.
How do you feel about that episode of Worldwide?
So we could get some of it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
we thought it was really interesting because we could tell that you all got to sort of have deeper questions with him. We kind of we tease him a little bit about
Yeah.
being cute. And we you guys got to get really deep with him and the whole time we were like, "Oh, I wish I really understood
The
what
context,
the context." Because we could tell it was a deeper conversation.
ใช่ไหมคะเหมือนกับว่าทางแซลมอนเนี่ยแบบมีอินเทอร์วิวค่อนข้างคำถามแบบดิบๆนิดนึงอะไรเงี้ยแต่ฝั่งพวกเราจะออกแนวแบบว่าเอ้ยเขาน่ารักจังเลยอะไรเงี้ยเขาแบบโอ้ยเขาเป็นมากอะไรอย่างงี้
เน้นคิวโอเค
Okay, so next up, do you have a favorite show?
Favorite series.
Favorite series?
Let me think. Just a second.
Not me
ไม่ว่า
Not Me the series
yeah not me the series
Not Me the series
with Opgan
Yeah.
again
For-
because
for เนย
yeah because ขอตอบเป็นไทยแล้วกันเนาะ
อืม
แบบชอบให้เขาแบบอยู่แยกกันก็น่ารักหรืออยู่เป็นคู่ก็ได้อะไรเงี้ยแล้วก็สกิลการแสดงของแบบของพี่กันอัธพันธ์คือแบบสุดๆเพราะว่าเขาแบบโตมาจากการเป็นนักแสดงด้วยอะไรด้วยอะไรเงี้ยเราก็เลยแบบชอบแล้วก็เนื้อหามันอินเทนส์มากอะเรื่องนั้นอะรู้สึกว่าบทก็ดีแล้วก็เขาเรียกว่าอะไรอะสะท้อนสังคมในช่วงนั้นแบบมีเรื่องการเมืองนิดหน่อยเลยรู้สึกว่าเป็น BL ที่เข้ามาแตะเรื่องการเมืองแบบเป็นเรื่องแรกๆแล้วก็รู้สึกว่าทำถึง
So like she likes the fact that like they can be together and then they are cute, but even if they are separated, they still do like as well as yeah when they are together. And also like for พี่กัน yeah his acting skill is very like on point like super amazing.
White and black. Yeah.
We talk about those characters a lot. That was a revelation when Gunn was able to play these two characters that were totally different people, and you believed both of them 100%.
Yes. I'm very surprised that when he played Black,
Yes.
it's kind of masculine guys.
Yeah.
And like every single move of his eyes very very good.
Yes.
Yeah.
So good.
Yes,
So
and-
good.
Yes, and she was also saying that that series it portrays like something about the political views as well, and like they did a very good job with that. So that's why she's very impressed with the series.
Oh, yeah.
It's very cool.
เรื่องเดียวเหรอ
I love it.
เดียวแหลมคิดไปก่อนเดี๋ยวถ้าคิดออก
Just
จะบอก
favorite series or show ถ้าหนึ่งในใจที่จริงก็ตอบไปแล้วแหละคือ Tum Noey the series Tum Noey the series เวอร์ชันซีซั่น1
Yes.
SB5.
SB5.
Were you an SB5 fan?
yes
Yes.
The Miracle of Teddy Bear
Oh.
ชอบมากชอบเรื่องนี้มากแบบ
เพราะ
เรารู้สึกว่ามันไม่ใช่วายโดยปกติไม่รู้สิเรารู้สึกว่าเราชอบวายที่มันแบบ แฟนตาซีด้วยหนึ่งแล้วก็มีความแบบครอบครัวอยู่ในแบบอยู่ในซีรีส์ด้วยหนึ่งแล้วก็เราก็รู้สึกว่าตัวของช่องเองก็ไม่เคยทำอะไรแบบนี้มาก่อนแล้วพอมาทำก็รู้สึกว่าโหว้าวมากประมาณนี้ครับ
So like he likes it because it's not like the typical type of BL series, and also like it has like the stories about family in it, and it's kind of fantasy. So yeah, that's why it's very interesting.
Yeah, I still see people talk about Miracle of Teddy Bear on social media.
It's still popular.
แล้วก็ตัวเองอ่ะชอบแนวซีรีส์ที่เป็นเกี่ยวกับอาชีพใช่อย่างเช่นว่าDear Doctors Everything for Soul
So good.
I love it
Yeah.
Triage
Yes.
Triage
That was available for a short window for international fans, and so I didn't get to watch that. But that's another show people still talk about.
Yeah.
They just re-aired it, I think, or maybe people just started talking about it again.
T and Tay are just still popular.
It's true.
it's มันกลับมาฮอตเพราะว่ามีคนเอามารีแอคที่เป็นคุณหมอเพราะมันมีซีรีส์เรื่องคุณหมอออกมาใช่แล้วก็เหมือนคนก็เลยเอามาคอมเพลกับไอตัวที่ออกไปแล้วมันก็เลยใช่มันก็เลยเหมือนแบบว่าบูมขึ้นมาอีกรอบหนึ่ง
So I think like it got popular again because of the reaction video. Like people did the reaction video. Do you guys know the series that is about the hospital?
The intern on Thai PBS
Yes. The intern. Yes.
So, like,
Kimin was in
Yes.
this. Yes.
So I think people like talk about these two a lot. That's why it become popular again.
Interesting.
Yes.
We have gotten a lot of doctor series
I know.
lately. Now that I think of it.
yeah
Do you love Occupation BL series
Yeah. I think there's an interesting conversation with international fans about the university BLs.
Specifically the engineer.
The engineers.
It's interesting.
I think
Love
yeah.
Mechanic series
Sotas,
Future
the future series, all of that with the engineers is just so. I mean, even Bad Buddy, right? He's an engineer, so the engineer's kind of iconic, and so a lot of international fans have been having a conversation about how nice it is now that we're starting to have more occupation, right? Like in the office and adults, grown-ups. They're adults now, and they're not in university as much.
Now we're in offices.
Yes. I'm gonna say that because like now we have a lot of series that is in the office. And we try to like grow up more. Before we are in the university, like based on the university. Yes.
But I think it's the way that it depends for me on how the university ones are made. So like You're My Sky, that's that they're in university, but it's not focused on school like their majors. So I think it's the focus of the show that I like that is changing now. That it's not. Although I will say, Mimi took us to Chula. Mimi went to Chula, and so she took us on a tour of Chula.
So cool.
And we ran into one of our friends he's an actual engineering student, and he walked up to us. Like, and he was wearing his little jacket, and all the boys were there in their jackets, and we kind of were like, oh my god.
We just stepped onto the set of Sodas.
We felt like we were on a TV show.
เสื้อช็อป
เสื้อช็อป
we call it เสื้อช็อป
So sharp.
yeah the jacket that you're talking about
Yeah.
อยากรู้ว่าเขาแบบอยากเรียนวิทย์วะแบบลองเรียนวิทย์วะในไทย
you
ดู
wanna try like
Try.
being an engineer like student in like university
We can try it on.
We did
We
see
joked.
our hotel has like cosplay uniforms, and you can like dress up as a Thai university student. We're like,
Should we go be a university? Should we go be an engineer? We
so-
thought it was funny.
so interesting.
Okay, this was fun, but we're gonna get into the deep questions.
yeah
We're on World of Why. We're gonna go deep.
okay
No. Okay, easy. How did World of Why get started? How? Why?
ค่ะก็ได้มาเริ่มทำ Worldwide ได้ยังไงคะ
เริ่มทำได้ยังไงเหรอ เดี๋ยวก่อนนะ
He's like, good
it's
question.
such a long time
2020 ป่ะ 2021
2021 in my what is it called in my memory yeah we first time met each other because we work in the same companies and then he chit chat with me about the series and we get to know each other that we watch the BL series and he has a plan that with new podcast show so we think that can we try like some podcast that with this BL story yes and so I was invited by him to be a co-host and we set up the core idea of the program that is we want the program to be infotainment
info
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
plus entertainment
Yeah.
so he gonna represent the information research and me it's gonna represent watcher how the watcher feel yes so for the first time that we decide the show we set this character and that's it
That's a cool theme.
That is interesting.
Yeah.
and when we interview some actor we used to say to each other that we're not gonna push them like didn't
yeah like shipper
yeah
Same.
We do the same thing.
yeah
Yeah.
we want to like get to know them more than
characteristic
yeah his personalities and everything yeah
their identity
Yeah.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes.
Mm.
Yeah.
It's a very Western type of interviewing, I feel like.
Yeah, and it's so interesting that like you're Thai and in Thailand and we're American and in America, but we have the same conversations when we started Let's Talk BL. Is we were like, we don't want to focus on the shipping. We want to get to know them as actors because it's hard to find interviews where you're getting to know them as people and not as a ship.
Mhm.
Yes.
Mm.
Yes.
And so it's so like interesting that on the other side of the world, like we
Yeah,
all
we-
kind of had the same thought.
Yeah. And for the first episode, we got the feedback from the fan club that what we do is what they want to see. Yeah. So I think this is our core that we're gonna do it like so on. Yes.
That's
That's
so
so
cool.
เสริมไหม
อ่าช่วงแรกๆเรียกว่าเป็นการ trial and error ป่ะลองผิดลองถูกอ่ะเป็นช่วงแบบลองผิดลองถูกว่าแบบ มีทั้งแบบว่าพูดคุยกันเอง สัมภาษณ์ศิลปิน สัมภาษณ์คนที่เป็นคนที่อยู่ในแวดวงที่เกี่ยวข้องกับแบบ BL ไม่ว่าจะด้านไหนก็ตามไม่ว่าจะเป็นแบบนักวิชาการไม่ว่าจะเป็นคนที่ทำในธุรกิจในนี้เองก็ตามอะไรอย่างเงี้ยแล้วถ้าสังเกตดีๆในช่วงหลังๆอ่ะคือตอนแรกเราก็ไม่คิดหรอกว่าเราจะมีเทปที่เป็นการสัมภาษณ์แขกเยอะขนาดนี้แต่พอเหมือนมันติดลมทุกคนติดลมแล้วอะทุกคนก็จะแบบส่งนักแสดงมาให้สามมาให้พูดคุยประมาณนั้นครับ
Yeah, so at first there was a lot of trial and error. At first, and like at first they were just like maybe talking among themselves, just talking like between each other, or like even interviewing like production team or people in the field or experts who know a lot about in this field. But then they didn't expect so much that they would get to interview like actors themselves or the cast. Yeah, but then when time passed, like people know more about them, and then like they just send the actor to get to talk to them as well.
That's so cool. Well, and you guys have such great chemistry as hosts. It's so interesting to learn that you met right before you started the podcast. How long had you known each other before you started doing the podcast?
ไม่เท่าไหร่ปะ
อะไรนะ
คือแบบรู้จักกันก่อนหน้าที่จะมาทำพอดแคสต์นานไหม
ไม่นานแป๊บเดียว
Not none.
3 เดือนประมาณ 2-3 เดือน
3 months
True.
Yeah.
Oh my
3 months
gosh.
BL brings the people
I
together.
know, that's so funny.
มันเป็นภาษาเดียวกันอะหมายถึงว่าแบบพอคุยเรื่องแบบคุยเรื่อง BL หรือคุยเรื่อง Y อะ
มันคือที่เราชอบ
มันคือที่เราชอบ
Yeah.
มันก็เลยแบบว่า is
Sync
chemistry click
Yeah.
automatically
That's so cool.
That's so cool. That's so fun.
Because I think that's what helps your interviews too, is that you guys are having a natural
friends.
conversation and then you have conversation with actors and you're more interested in them as people. So then that creates an environment that just allows for the conversation to flow and it feels natural, which I think is why World of Y works really well.
ขอเสริมอีกนิดนึงเนาะคือเรามักจะได้รับคำคอมเมนต์แล้วกันในแบบว่าในโซเชียลหรือใน Twitter ว่าเมื่อไหร่จะพาคู่นั้นมา เมื่อไหร่จะพาคู่นี้มา อันนี้ก็เป็นอีกสิ่งหนึ่งที่ทำให้เรารู้สึกว่า เราพยายามอย่างเต็มที่แล้วกัน เพื่อที่จะแบบเชิญคู่นั้นมาอะไรอย่างเงี้ยฮะ
แต่ว่าเสริมจากพี่ตั้มอีกนิดคือในทางเดียวกันคือพอมีคนคอมเมนต์เราก็เลยรู้ว่ามีคนรอติดตามเราเหมือนกันคือหมายถึงว่าการคอมเมนต์ว่ารอคู่นั้นคู่นี้แล้วบางทีเราทำไม่ได้มันไม่ได้เป็นเรื่องแย่เสมอไปคืออีกด้านหนึ่งเรายังรู้ว่าโอเคยังมีคนที่รอรายการเราอยู่แล้วก็นึกถึงรายการเราอยากให้คู่ที่เขาชอบมาอะไรอย่างเงี้ย
So they got a lot of requests like when are this couples will come to the show and like they're just really trying their best like to make it work as well on their
We
side
get ya.
Mungan.
but at the same time like receiving those requests a lot it also means that they receive so much like recognition and stuff then that's the reason why they want to try their best like continue trying their best
Yeah, absolutely. So in that same note, what is the most challenging part of hosting?
ความท้าทาย
ความท้าทายเหรอ information research
โอ้
อ่าเป็นสิ่งหนึ่งที่รายการเราคำนึงมากที่สุดในการตั้งคำถามหรือในการตั้งประเด็นว่าเราไม่อยากถามซ้ำกับที่อื่น เราไม่อยากให้เขามาตอบคำถามรูปแบบเดิมๆเราไม่อยากให้เขาได้รับประสบการณ์ว่าถามอีกแล้วคำถามนี้อีกแล้วอะไรอย่างเงี้ยเพราะฉะนั้นในการความท้าทายอย่างหนึ่งคือสคริปต์ในแต่ละการทำในแต่ละการพูดคุยเราคุยกันเยอะมากแล้วก็กว่าจะได้ออกมาเป็นสคริปต์ก็ยากมากเช่นเดียวกันว่าเราจะ develop สคริปต์ออกมายังไงให้มันแบบตอบโจทย์ของคนที่เขารอคู่นี้มากที่สุดต้องใช้คำนี้ดีกว่ามีอะไรมาเสริมไหม
แล้วก็ ยากกว่ากันสคริปต์เสร็จละยากกว่านั้นคือต้องมานั่งระวังว่าสิ่งไหนจะเป็นดราม่าบ้างเพราะว่าแฟนคลับค่อนข้างเซนซิทีฟในแบบทุกๆประเด็นเราก็เลยต้องระวังว่าอันนี้ถามได้ไหมอันนี้ถามไม่ได้หรือเปล่าอะไรเงี้ยว่าอันเนี้ยยากสุดเพราะว่าทุกเทปไม่เหมือนกันคนนี้ถามได้เรื่องนี้คนนี้ถามไม่ได้เรื่องนี้อะไรประมาณนี้
Yeah, so they are very concerned and like very like gives a lot of effort when it comes to writing the questions and also the script. Yeah, so they did a thorough research when making a script and like they just like want to, you know, whenever the guests come, they just hope that they got the best experience. Like they don't get asked by the same questions over and over again. Yeah, and like they get to really talk about something new and interesting. Yeah, so that's one thing. And also more than the script is also to, you know, be careful and avoid sensitive issues that might happen. So that's quite a challenge for them.
Yeah, I think we experienced the same thing with the research, and really with both of those things. But Let's Talk BL kind of has started to be known for like finding digital footprints.
Same เหมือนกัน
And so we have a couple of guests that have been on multiple times now since we're on season 4. And it's funny, one of them was saying, like last time he came on, he was like, every time I come on Let's Talk BL, I always wonder what you're going to know about me now.
Just use Google.
And it's funny because I think our research job might be easier because I think Thai actors are so impressed when we find information because we Google it in Thai and then we just like get translations, but everyone is so impressed and sometimes we're like, this is really obvious information, you guys. I don't know why you're so shocked. So I think our research job is easier because they're just more easily impressed.
Yes, they're fascinated.
แต่จริงๆอยากถามเขาเหมือนกันว่าอยากรู้ว่าพอมาต้องมาเขาเรียกว่าอะไรอะต้องมาเรียนรู้แบบวัฒนธรรมไทยอะไรอย่างเงี้ยแล้วก็ดูผ่านแบบ BL เนี่ยมันแบบอยากรู้ว่าเขาแบบได้อะไรจากสิ่งนี้ไหมหรือว่า tradition บางอย่างที่เขาได้ไปอะไรเงี้ย
They want to learn about what you guys learn from, you know, learning the culture through BL, like your experience in learning about Thai.
It's been really interesting, I think. So I've always been interested in traveling. I lived in South Korea when I was a kid.
Wow.
So I've been to Asia before and I'd kind of been all over, but I had never, and I watched K-dramas and I watched Chinese dramas, but I had never really watched or consumed any Thai media before BL. BL was kind of my first introduction to like Thai media and Thai culture, and so it's been a journey but my first Thai series was End of Love. That was the first thing I ever watched. And so going from that to I think where I am now, where like I really love Thai horror movies now, I found out. And it's not even BL. But I was interested. I found a Thai horror movie that had the actor Great in it. He was in Manor of Death with Max and Tum. Yeah, and so I watched his horror movie because I was like, I know this actor, and so it's been like a gateway to learning more about the culture, and it's always for both of us, but it's always for me especially been important to be able to like learn the language and not just assume that English will be available or that anybody will understand me. Like, I'm coming into your culture, so I have to be respectful of your culture and try and learn more than just what's on the TV. Because there's so much, because even for our culture in America, I know there's so much more than what is on American TV shows. So when I watch Thai TV shows, I try and remember that. And so it's been a journey, and I always try and, like, when we make Thai friends, to like ask questions and try and learn about other stuff that's not just BL. But definitely the first thing I learned was probably that university culture is very different here. It's so different. It's not like I went to university and I have a master's degree. So I went to 2 universities. And university life in Thailand is not like anything we have in America.
Okay, and how about you?
Yeah, same. So when we also started the podcast, because of the culture aspect, we've had a few episodes about Thai culture and about asking our listeners what questions you have about Thai culture. Because I have always been interested in pop culture, and so pop culture in the US up until recently. Then I got interested in K-pop and Korean culture and that kind of stuff. So then when I found Thai entertainment, Boy for Rent was actually my first Thai show that I watched. And then, because it got recommended through YouTube, through like K-pop stuff, it kind of during COVID, all the like YouTube algorithms gave me all the Asian media. And so that's kind of how, and then from there it kind of like snowballed, I think, until we meet again. And then like anything that was on YouTube was so accessible. And so getting to know the language and the culture has also been super important, that it's just so different. I grew up in the southern part of the United States, which is very one thing. I didn't grow up around a ton of Asian culture. I didn't know anything about Asia, and I don't think I even knew anything about Thailand until 3 years ago when I started watching Thai media. And now I like speak Thai a little bit. Thai. I like know where Thailand is, and even learning about like Buddhism and everything associated with culture in Thailand I didn't learn about until 3 years ago. And now I've been to Thailand. I'd never traveled internationally, and I've been here twice now. And so consuming this media has also given both of us an appreciation for a culture that's so different than anything that we know or grew up with. And it kind of gives you an appreciation for something and an excitement for something all over again, because we've both loved pop culture in the US for as long as we can remember. So then when you find a whole new culture that you get to learn about, it's even more exciting.
Okay.
So in that same note, you get a lot of international fans watching your interviews, ourselves included.
Wow.
Because you have subtitles for some, and international fans are just becoming more and more interested in Thai BLs. What do you think it is that international fans maybe misunderstand the most about Thai culture?
ค่ะก็นักแสดงแบบว่า BL ในประเทศไทยเนี่ยก็ได้รับความได้เป็นที่รู้จักเยอะขึ้นมากในหลายประเทศเลยตอนนี้นะคะแล้วก็คงจะมีหลายๆประเทศเนี่ยแบบเข้ามาดูประเทศไทยเยอะขึ้นเลยอยากจะทราบว่าคิดว่ามีอะไรที่แฟนๆต่างประเทศเข้าใจผิดกับประเทศไทยแบบไทยเขาเจอบ้างไหม
That is the hardest question.
We discuss about this question before we get started. Okay, so I'm gonna answer this question in this way, because I really don't know that what international fans is thinking, or like they understand is it right or is it wrong, because I don't know their thought. So but I think the most misunderstand is about the language, because in Thai มันมีศัพท์กระเทยเยอะอะจะพูดว่าไงอะมันมีศัพท์กระเทยเยอะเราก็ไม่รู้
Oh my gosh. Yes. The context.
Yeah. So I think the language is the most misunderstanding.
My favorite is when fan translators try to explain Thai jokes. Because just recently during a My School President fan meeting, a Thai fan, I'm sure you guys saw this video, a Thai fan made a joke about Satong's song. And I think it took like 5 tweets for this girl to be like, okay. She was like, if I have your heart, and it like then it referenced his song.
It was a play on words with his song.
And so she was because like sometimes you can't really translate a joke from Thai into English because in English it makes absolutely no sense.
Well, and I think in Thai there are a lot of your like plays on words.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's a lot of word play.
Right.
Yeah.
มันแบบว่าเรามีการเล่นคำเยอะมากมันเลยทำให้เขาแบบ
And so it's hard to just translate that.
Yeah.
It doesn't work.
You're like, this makes no sense. What's the one that the donut may
Oh, right. So we've had multiple people.
New country เหรอ
Donut tomato. And it was funny, we were interviewing Huin. And we made a joke about it, and he starts trying to explain it as though he's going to be able to explain it. And he's going on, and he's like, okay, so you guys, it's blah, blah, blah. And then finally he stops, and he goes, you don't need to worry about it.
yeah สำหรับเรามีอันนึงคือเราเคยเห็นพวกแบบคำสบทเวลาในซีรีส์ใช่ป่ะมันจะมีคำอุทานที่มันไม่ได้มีผลกับเนื้อหาของนั้นเลยแล้วฝรั่งพยายามแปลในซับไตเติลขึ้น1คำเขาแปลแบบยาวมากแล้วเราก็เลยตกใจว่าแบบกว่าเขาจะเก็ตอะไรอย่างเงี้ยค่อนข้างยาก
sometimes we have like a little swearing word but like to make it like fit in the content it would take like 4 or 5 words already in English and like when the translation come it's like oh my god this is so long for the translation already so that's
yeah
อันนี้ของเนยใช่ไหม
อันนี้ของหนู
ของเนยภาษาอันเนี้ยได้ยินมานานแต่ไม่รู้ว่าเขายังมีชุดความคิดแบบนี้อยู่ไหมว่าชาวไทยนั้นยังต้องนั่งช้างไปทำงานไปเรียนคือหมายถึงว่าการคมนาคมคือยังใช้ช้างอยู่ซึ่งมันไม่จริงซึ่ง
เราไม่ได้ใช้ช้าง
มานานแล้วก็เลยรู้สึกว่าไม่รู้ว่าชุดความคิดนี้ยังมันหายไปหรือยังมันลบล้างไปหรือยังอะไรอย่างงี้ใช่ครับประมาณนั้น
So it has been like a quite long time that we all have heard about this like misunderstanding. I'm not sure if you guys like ever heard like we heard that people misunderstood that we ride like elephant to school or to places.
Somebody mentioned that at some point.
So yeah.
You don't.
You don't?
You definitely don't.
Wait, at some point you did?
like in the past
เคยไหมคะเอาจริงๆแล้ว
Is it like horses in America?
But I'm
Did you,
sure
like,
a long
use-
time ago. So I'm from
Long time,
Texas.
Asian like so long time.
Right.
Yeah.
In the history.
Ancient times.
Ancient
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like cowboys in Texas.
Right. So I'm from Texas, which is like cowboys, yeehaw.
Rise the horse.
And so a lot of people ask me, even when I was a kid and I moved to Korea. So I moved to Korea when I was 11. I was sipet. I know that.
11
And all of my Korean friends are like, oh, did you ride a horse to school? And I was like, no. I mean, I did ride horses. Like, it's funny because I actually did competitively, I did like rodeo events. I did like barrel race. It's called barrel racing. It's a horse riding event, but like you don't ride them to school. And so I got the same thing, but for Texas. We're like, did you ride a
but
horse
for
to
Thailand.
school?
Yeah,
But
we
it's
know that.
elephants.
You don't
Yeah.
ride elephants to
No
school.
elephants.
No.
Have you ever ridden an elephant in general? Is that like a
when
kid
traveling in like พัทยาอะไรอย่างเงี้ย
It's like a
Touristy
touristy
place.
Yes.
We have that in the States.
Funny.
I've ridden an
Yeah.
elephant in a zoo.
Yeah,
In
and
the zoo.
I think national Thai people ride an elephant like tourist does.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not riding elephant
Yeah.
anymore. Because it's big and it's
อีสัตว์เธอท่า
มันใหญ่มาก
Yeah.
We did just talk about the fact that Thailand has tigers.
We
Right?
learned.
We've never been to a place where there are tigers in the wild.
Yeah, we were watching we were watching Our Sky too. The Tale of a Thousand Stars, and there's a tiger. There's a Sia. They find a Sia, and we both were like, "Are there tigers in Thailand?" And we had to like look it up because we're going to Chiang Mai, and we were like, "Are there gonna be tigers just walking?"
We have like coyotes and wolves.
Right, but there's no tigers in America in the wild.
อ๋อเหรอ
Kind of like monkeys. We haven't seen monkeys here yet.
Yeah,
we don't
no
have monkeys except for
You
this.
have to go to Chonburi and you will see a lot of monkeys.
Well, we've been warned about the
We've
monkeys.
been warned about the monkeys. They'll steal from
Yes.
us.
Mimi's like, I will not take you to see monkeys.
Yeah. It can bite you.
Oh my
Like
god.
monkey can
They're so
bite your
cute.
hand
I don't
when you
wanna-
like feed them some bananas and
No, thank you.
yeah.
People have monkeys as
คุณไป
My
ร้อง
guy.
ไห้เลยอะ
Oh,
That's funny.
that's so funny.
โอเค
Thai culture.
Thai culture is amazing.
Yeah.
So, what has it been like for you since you started your podcast, World of Why? What has it been like to see the growth of BL internationally and to have more international fans coming to your page?
ก็รู้สึกยังไงที่แบบได้เห็นการเติบโตของไทย BL เนาะแบบในประเทศไทยเติบโตไปในทั้งไทยแล้วก็ต่างประเทศด้วย
อืมจริงจังนะคำถามจริงจังคำถามจริงจัง
Serious question.
เออ
No?
อืม
We talked about monkeys already.
อ่ะพี่ก่อนละกัน เราว่ามันเติบโต2รูปแบบแล้วกันเติบโตในรูปแบบแรกคือซีรีส์ถ้าเติบโตในรูปแบบของซีรีส์เรารู้สึกว่าซีรีส์มันโอเพนมากขึ้นเริ่มไปในความวาไรตี้หลากหลายมากขึ้นแฟนตาซีอาชีพไม่ได้อยู่ในแค่รั้วโรงเรียนอีกต่อไปแล้วเนาะอันนี้คือเราเห็นการเติบโตกับอย่างที่สองคือการเติบโตในด้านของแมสคอมการเติบโตในด้านของสื่อซึ่งเรารู้สึกว่าหลายที่เริ่มที่จะหันมาทำคอนเทนต์จริงจังอ่ะทำคอนเทนต์จริงจังทำคอนเทนต์ที่เป็น deep conversation deep interview คล้ายๆกันหรือแบบเดียวกันกับเราซึ่งเรารู้สึกดีใจนะเรารู้สึกว่าเรามีข้อมูลเยอะขึ้นในการทำงานหรือในการเจาะประเด็นมากขึ้นอะไรเงี้ยเรารู้สึกว่าเติบโต2รูปแบบครับ
So when it comes to the growth of BL, he thinks that there are two paths of the development, like the growth. First thing, the BL series itself becomes more various when it comes to the context, and like just like what we said before, that it used to be just like in the university, but now we get to see more about the occupation, the career, and like the other stuff.And the other one is the media themselves. They started to do the content of a more serious questions, the more deep interviews, which they are actually very glad that people start doing that more these days because they get to like learn more from them as well. Yeah, so that's what he was saying.
ถ้าของเนยก็คือจริงรู้สึกว่าเธอตอบซะจริงจังเลยตอบเล่นๆอยากให้เราเป็นเหมือนเกาหลีที่แบบเวลาเราดูซีรีส์เนาะเราก็จะเรียนวัฒนธรรมเขาไปด้วยแล้วเราก็จะแบบอยากลองแบบอยากเป็นแบบคนในซีรีส์เกาหลีอยากเป็นนางเอกเกาหลีนู่นนี่นั่นอะไรเงี้ยแล้วพอเราเห็นว่ามีคนต่างชาติแบบมาชอบ BL เราอยากให้แบบ BL เรามันทำงานแบบนั้นนะทำงานเหมือนซีรีส์เกาหลีที่แบบมันไม่ใช่ drive ให้คนมาดูแค่ซีรีส์มัน drive ให้คนมาประเทศเราเรียนภาษาเราบ้างอะไรอย่างเงี้ยแล้วก็แบบนั่นแหละ learn culture ของเราบ้างอะไรเงี้ยแล้วก็รู้สึกว่าประเทศไทยมันสนุกอ่ะอยากให้เขามาแบบคนไทยมันไม่รู้สำหรับเราคนไทยมันบ้ามันแบบว่าสนุกง่ายแบบนู่นนี่นั่นก็จอยไปหมดอะไรอย่างเงี้ยเราอยากให้ฝรั่งรู้ตรงนี้เราก็เลยดีใจทุกครั้งที่เวลามี new fan ที่เป็น international แบบมารู้จักประเทศไทย
Yes. So
เป็นแบบ
ตอบเป็นทท
she is very glad and like I'm so happy that you guys feel interested in our country and like she hopes that one day Thai BL would work the same way as the Korean dramas Yeah, because when we watch Korean dramas, we would be like, oh, I want to be like this actor. I want to have a lifestyle like them. Yeah, so we hope that Thai BL would gonna go that way, the same way as like what Korean influence have on us and international fan club as well.
Yeah. I think it's getting there. I think it's been interesting for us to see the growth of BL even since we started, because more people are more familiar with like Thai BL now. So we had an event, we hosted an event in America for BL fans. And it was just a free event. We were like, hey, like, everybody come hang out. And we had, like, 200 people come. And everybody was so excited. And we're even seeing more and more, like, we get requests for us to interview, like, T-pop groups. And so, like, more and more, I think it's been interesting to see just people outside of the fandom that I never thought before would know what BL is. Like, I take dance classes and I'm in like a dance group, and I was at dance practice one day and this girl came up to me and I was wearing a Let's Talk BL sweater and she was like, does that say BL? Do you know what BL is? This random person. And she just already knew what it was, and that had never happened before. So I think it's getting there. I really do feel like Thailand and Thai BLs are kind of like the next K-dramas, and T-pop is like the next K-pop.
Yeah, there have been multiple times, I think, over the last couple of years that we've had conversations with people and we're like, oh, do you know what Thai dramas are? Have you watched Thai dramas? And every once in a while somebody will be like, yeah. And then as soon us coming from K-pop and listening to K-pop and watching K-dramas, there are moments where we're like, wow, like the level of Thai entertainment over the last like 5 years, because when you get into Thai BL you kind of backtrack, right, and you watch the older stuff and then come to the new stuff, and it's really impressive just to see the leaps and bounds that have been made in comparison, because of course a lot of people make those comparisons to Korean, because that's a lot, I think that's a lot of how the West gets into just Asian dramas in general, because of the K-pop thing that has happened over the last 5 years or so. And so it's been interesting to watch just like the level up that everyone has kind of done in the last couple of years.
แต่ว่าอีกการที่อยากเสริมคือหนึ่งอย่างที่มันพัฒนาไปพร้อมๆกันไม่ใช่แค่ว่า international fan แบบเข้ามาอย่างเดียวคือตอนเนี้ยเราว่าผู้ผลิตหรือว่าคนทำหรือ director หรือนักแสดงเองก็แคร์แบบแฟนคลับที่เป็นต่างชาติมากขึ้นแบบอันนี้เราสัมผัสได้ตั้งแต่แรกๆเนาะแรกๆพอเรายังไม่มีแบบอินเตอร์แฟนอะไรเงี้ยแล้วพอตอนนี้ที่มีอินเตอร์แฟนเรารู้สึกว่าคอนเทนต์หรืออะไรก็ตามที่เขาทำมามันพร้อมที่จะเสิร์ฟทั้งคนในไทยและ global เราเลยแบบรู้สึกว่าอันเนี้ยเป็นแบบ good community ที่แบบดีคือมันไม่ใช่แค่แบบแค่เขามาสนับสนุนงานเราก็ provide ให้เขาด้วยเหมือนกัน
So a very important point is that the growth is not just like people from other countries getting to know us and wanting to know more about us and try to get in, but now the entertainment themselves, the companies, they try to make the content like approachable and trying to make it like accessible for international fans as well. Yeah, so that's really developed, like that developed in Pride.
Yeah. So if you could interview anyone in the Thai entertainment industry, who would it be? Who? I feel like I already know, but like tell me anyways.
I want
พูดไปเลย
เลยเหรอ
พูดไปเลย
Okay, so we never interview up Gun before, so that it's gonna be my pick.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
I know.
And
อ้าวจบแล้วเหรอ
จบแล้ว
จบ
ก็
แล้วเหรอ
อยากสัมภาษณ์งานไง
โอเคถ้าสำหรับวงการ BL แล้วกันเนาะถ้าสมมติแบบวงการ BL ที่จริงเคยพูดไปในเทปสิ้นปีที่แบบที่พูดคุยกันเองอะไรเงี้ยรีแคปชีวิตกันเอง เราอยากร่วมงาน2คนก็คือเตตะวันเราอยากคุยแบบดีฟทอล์กแบบดีฟทอล์กมากๆกับอีกคนนึงคือ ก้าวนพเก้า The Lovely Writers
Yes
เป็นสองคนที่รู้สึกว่าเราอยากคุยแค่แก่เก่าชีวิตเขาอะประมาณนั้น
These two people are the people that he really wants to talk deeper about like in conversations and he used to talk about this before like during the recap after the end of the year he used to talk about this before as well
Yeah.
Taetawan would be incredible.
Taetawan. Yeah, would be.
จริงๆมันมีเรื่องตลกคือเราเนยแล้วกันในตั้งความหวังว่าถ้าเนยได้สัมออฟกันอ่ะคือโอเคละ
จบแล้ว
เลิกทำรายการ
แล้ว
แบบรู้สึกว่าอยากทำมา
Success
เพื่อ
แล้ว
แบบเพื่อแบบอยากสัมเขาจริงๆอะไรเงี้ยแต่อันนี้คือเป็นขำๆนะคือสุดท้ายก็ทำอยู่ดีแต่ว่าแบบเหมือนอยากตั้งโกไว้ว่าขอให้สัมเขาสักครั้งหนึ่ง
Yeah, so she was saying that like personally this is like the ultimate goal for her.
Yeah.
To like okay, if I get to interview Afghan, that's it for me. Jokingly. Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Okay, if you could interview anyone internationally, the sky is the limit. What does that entail? Do you guys have a phrase
Is
like that?
there a phrase for the sky is the limit?
Like you
could do anything.
Like it's something that's far away. Like endless possibilities.
เหมือนกับแบบว่าเรามีคำพูดไหมที่เหมือนแบบน่าจะมีนะเหมือนเราไปได้แบบไม่สิ้นสุดอะไรเงี้ยเอาแบบเหนือฝันด้วยอีกฝันที่ไม่กล้าฝัน
ฝันที่ไม่กล้าฝัน
I think we have but it's like a slang like a funny way like
ฝันที่มากกว่าฝันใช่ฝันที่มากกว่าฝัน
ฝันที่มากกว่าฝัน
ฝันที่มากกว่าฝัน
so it's basically like the dream that is more than just a dream
ฝันที่มากกว่าฝัน
and we have a funny one too that I was talking about like ฝันที่ไม่กล้าฝัน
So internationally who would it be who is the fundy
Can I answer that not in BL
Yeah
เราวะนะ
ตอบเลย
Gonna be like Sam Smith คือในชอบเขาแบบชอบผลงานเพลงอะไรเงี้ยแล้วก็เลยอยากสัมแบบ attitude เขามาถ้ามีโอกาส
Yeah, so she really likes like his work a lot. Like she really wants to get to know more about his attitude, his thoughts.
Yeah, that's a cool pick.
Sam Smith is cool.
อุ้ยจะตอบ
ตอบแล้วฉันแยกเลยฉันได้ละ
แบ่งเป็น2ภาคพื้นทวีปแล้วกัน
โอเค
ถ้าของฝั่งฮอลลีวูดเหรอฮอลลีวูดแล้วอยากสัมคริส เฮมส์เวิร์ธ
Do you want to talk to him or do you want to just look at him in person?
Just looking. Okay. It's fine.
Both.
It's fine.
How would you say like both? So I guess in English we just say both, but like we say ¿por qué no los dos in Spanish? How would you say like why not both in Thai?
ทำไมไม่เอาทั้งคู่อย่างนี้ป่ะ
ใช่
Why not both?
Why not both?
Yeah, why not both?
Look and talk.
Yeah.
ถ้าเป็นฝั่งเกาหลีเพราะว่าเราชอบดูถ้าเราชอบดูซีรีส์เกาหลีเราอยากสัมSF9 โรอุน
Oh yes.
The best
ทำไมอ่ะ
ไม่รู้ไม่มีเหตุผลชอบไม่มีเหตุผลไม่มีส่วนตัวไม่มีเหตุผล
He just like you.
Yeah.
ไม่มีเหตุผลใช่สองคนประมาณนี้ครับประมาณนี้
Yeah.
Korean and
Korean and American. We learned so much. We learned so much today.
But can I ask you like the same question if you have a chance to interview anyone in the world?
In the whole
we've already interviewed
we
you
interviewed
guys.
you.
Yeah.
So we're done now. We retire.
I want more. Except us.
Okay. Yeah, Taenu would be top of the list because we both love both of them.
I love Taetawan so much, but I think for me, Yin and War, but really War. Yeah, War. I think War Wanarat is like a really good actor. He's really interesting to me as a like his personality on social media is really interesting. So I want to know more about him, like his real personality. But if international, I think I would really love to interview Edwin and Omar from Young Royals. I think that would be really interesting because Omar is from Venezuela, so he speaks Spanish, and we always joke, I speak Spanish, so we joke sometimes about doing the podcast in English and Spanish, not just English and Thai. So I thought it would be funny.
Okay.
That would be cool. Internationally, oh my gosh. Honestly, I would love to interview Timothy Chalamet. Yeah. He would be interesting. He's had quite the career and he's still very young.
Yeah, he would be cool. Susuna.
ตอบแล้วเต
นิวใช่ไหม Do you rating Cherry Magic in
Oh,
Thailand?
So yeah, so new Cherry Magic is coming out.
Right.
Yeah.
We got an update recently that they're still working on it. They're still working on the licensing.
Yeah.
Right?
So I think we can.
We're excited.
Yeah.
We can't wait to see it.
Okay.
Okay.
I can't believe we're getting more too.
I know.
Okay, so this has been so much fun.
So fun.
We're gonna wrap up with a game.
The first time we've ever played this game, actually.
I'm so excited. Season 4, we're switching it up.
Brand
this
new
one, we're doing a little mix of Thai and English. It's called Kid You Not.
Kid means think in Thai for all of our listeners.
Yes.
And Kid You Not is an English phrase that we say. We're like, we're being serious.
It's serious.
Jing jing.
Yeah.
Ding.
Yes.
Okay, so we're gonna say one word, and you both yell out the first thing that comes to mind.
You'll just yell it out.
Do we want to do it one at a time? Or
No,
are
together.
They saying it together. And then you
Together?
can-
Everyone just yell out your word.
Okay.
As soon as it comes to your brain.
Okay. Just so
Okay.
you know, we love to play a game.
Good.
Yes.
Okay.
Pressure's on.
Prom
Yeah.
Micah?
พร้อมค่ะ
Okay,
Ready.
first one. Podcast.
Worldwide.
Ah.
Okay.
Okay, next one. CDY.
ออกกัน หนู
you
ตอบแล้ว
เหรอ
พี่ต้องไม่ตอบอ่ะ
First thing. that
First
comes to
thing.
mind.
first thing นะคะเป็นไม้นะ
ทำไม
ซี
ฉัน
รีส์วายเธอต้องอะไรสักอย่างนึงออกมา
ซีรีส์วาย shipper
Super. That's fair.
There we go.
I love it. Okay, next one. Interview.
วูดดี้
Woody.
วูดดี้
Woody.
Oh yeah.
yes
script writing
Script writing. Yeah. That's a big part of it.
yeah
I thought it was good.
Okay, fan club.
Twitters
hashtag
Hashtag
Hashtag.
everyone on Twitter.
They're very
Yeah.
passionate. Yes.
Oh yeah. Okay, and last one. Thailand.
โอ้ย
funny yeah
T-pop
T-pop. Oh, T-pop. Yeah.
The T-pop is good. We listen to a lot of
We
T-pop.
love T-pop.
Who's your favorite T-pop group?
โอ้ T-pop เหรอ Atlas
Atlas.
Mungan.
Alice.
I love
Alice.
Erwin so much
Oh, interesting.
Let's have a
who
conversation.
is your bias
My bias is Poom.
Mine is
อ๋อ
not. We got to see Muon and Junior
At his birthday.
birthday.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay, but like Erwin got hot recently. It's really confusing.
yeah why not them all
¿Por qué no los todos? In Spanish, why not all?
why not all but for me T-pop is for Eve
For
Ooh.
Eve, yeah. Who is your
Same for
bias
me.
in For Eve?
Jolin
Same, me too.
Yeah.
I love her. She's so cool.
yes
She's so cool.
yeah I love her. I want to work with them because
Yeah.
I work as a production house in Thailand also
Oh.
so I want to work with them
Very cool.
Yeah.
That's so cool. Yeah, she's so cool.
yes
Susuna. I want because I want to see it. I want to hear it.
yeah.
I'm rooting for you.
Yes, yes. Okay, this was so fun.
So much fun.
Wani Sanuk Maika.
สนุก
สนุกมาก
ใช่
สนุกมาก ขอบคุณมากครับ
Thank you guys for being with us today.
Thank you so much.
ขอบคุณ
ขอบ
มาก
คุณ
ค่ะ
มากครับ ขอบคุณนะครับ ขอบคุณนะค
Thank
รั
you for being here.
Yes. Awesome. This has been Let's Talk BL. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow all things Let's Talk BL at Let's Talk BL.
อ่า
ฝากกดไล
ไลค์ กดแชร์ และอย่าลืมกด Subscribe ให้กับช่อง Let's Talk BL ด้วยนะจ๊ะ
กดกระดิ่งด้วยนะ